Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best Season 1 reward cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Actually, all the Season 1 reward cards from best to worst, basically, on this tier list here in MyTEAM. So, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 13,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of videos, tons of content. We'd really appreciate it if you all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, we got these level 40 reward cards, all the mode-specific reward cards, the token reward cards, all the different cards that you can get for Season 1 are here on this list. We got about 20 guys here, and we're going to hop right into it, starting off with Alonzo Mourning, who is okay. I mean, I haven't looked at a ton of these cards, honestly. A lot of these cards I haven't even looked at. So Alonzo, I know, is going to be decent, though. I know he's going to be able to hit a wide open three. He's got 74 speed and excel, and 85 standing and 70 driving dunk, 88 interior, 85 block, 82 offensive and defensive rebounding. Really good defensive stats. Can get catch and shoot and claymore. Good finisher and on the interior as well. So a really good interior big. 6'10", but with the 7'6" wingspan is really, really good. Want to compare him to a guy, honestly, like Chris Webber. That's kind of where you want to see how good he is. He's not nearly as quick as Webber. He's not quite as good of a shooter either. Not quite as good on the interior. I mean, Webber's a better card, but honestly, this Alonzo Mourning card is pretty darn good. I think he's an A tier guy on this list. Bradley Beal is also probably going to be A or B. I think Brad Beal is a very, very solid card. I mean, he's 6'4", 6'8" wingspan, not super big at shooting guard, but he's got decent speed. He's a solid shooter, good dunker, not going to do much on the defensive end, but good offensive card. I think B tier is probably fair for right now. Brandon Roy is the best reward card in Season 1. I don't think that's really a surprise, though, to be completely honest. I mean, Brandon Roy is going to be, what, 88 speed and excel. That's crazy fast right now. 86 shot three, crazy high right now. 90 driving dunk, that's the highest in the game right now by a mile. He's also a very solid perimeter defender with elite lateral quickness, which is a very important attribute this year, by the way. May not get great defensive badges, but the defensive stats and the athletic ability is enough for him to be a solid defender, while he's going to be an exceptional slasher and a very capable shooter, as well as a very good playmaker as well. Brandon Roy is going to be incredible. He's going to move really well. We don't know what his SIGs are going to look like yet. That is not information we have yet, but we will find out, of course, how Brandon Roy is going to move, and I'm sure it's going to be elite. He's going to be an incredible card. S tier for sure. Brent Barry is a card that honestly I have not looked at. I know he is the salary cap reward, but I have not looked at this card literally at all yet. So 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan. 82-3, 85 driving dunk is great. 6'9" speed and excel is not elite, but it's not terrible, honestly. It's not as bad as you would think anyway. Defensively, he's pretty mid. Release should be okay. I don't really know what his movement's going to look like too much, but if this is what it looks like, it's kind of, I honestly don't think it's going to be that great. He's not going to be special, but it'll be okay. He'll be a good shooter, good dunker, pretty good card. Like, not bad at all. Bruce Bowen, this is a card that I'm sure is very good. Like, Bruce Bowen is always a really nice budget 3-and-D type of guy. So 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, 78 speed, 75 excel, 85 shot 3, 65 driving dunk, elite defender. This is a elite card. This might be S tier. 6'7". I don't know what mode you get Bruce Bowen in. In fact, I'm looking on my Xbox right now because we're going to check and figure out what mode Bruce Bowen comes from, because that is a mode that you should be grinding. Clutch Time Online. Bruce Bowen. This card is legitimately solid. I mean, he's not insane. I'm not going to say he's going to be like the best card in the game. He's pretty similar to Klay Thompson. They're not quite as good of a shooter, but as good or better defensively. Same driving dunk, not really significantly slower. The speed with ball is worse, but like, to say this card is budget Klay Thompson would be a very accurate statement. He is not much worse than Klay Thompson at all. I think you could even argue S tier. He's going to be close. I'm going to go A for now, but he might be S. That's a legitimately good card. Dale Griffith, another guy I haven't seen. I don't know. Got to check and see. Dale Griffith is 6'4", 6'7" wingspan, a little small, good speed, okay shooter, good dunker, solid defender, pretty good card. I'd say like B tier. Wouldn't say he's insane. He's going to be a good option, though. Not bad at all, so we're going to go B for him. Franz Wagner is probably going to be C because he's a Sapphire, but he might be one of those budget Sapphires you can kind of shoot and kind of defend. 70 speed, 83, 80 dunk, 70 defense. Not horrible. I mean, not bad. I don't think he's great. I think I'll probably stick with C tier, but Franz Wagner, I mean, he is 6'10" at small forward, so he does have that going for him. He's borderline B. Not bad at all. David Wesley, I do know, is kind of small, I think, although, yeah, 6'1", 6'3" wingspan. That's not tiny. 83 speed and excel, 86 shot 3, can dunk, but not much. Good perimeter defense. Guy I'd like to compare him to see how good this card really is Darius Garland. And they're pretty similar, to be honest. He's a little better defensively than DG as well, actually. Not quite as good of a dunker. That kind of cancels itself out, though. Not quite as fast speed of ball, but not bad. Little better shooter. Same size. B tier. Good card. David Wesley, solid for sure. Giannis. Giannis is a tough one because, damn, this is kind of tough. I'm realizing I'm going to have to be a little bit harder, I think, than I wanted to be. I think I'm going to move Griffith down to C. But I think Giannis is B. Giannis would be one of the best cards in the game if he could shoot the 3 a little bit better. 59 is just pretty low. It's not going to work right now. I think 59 is too low for Giannis. 78 speed and excel is good. 85 driving dunk is obviously very good. He's an elite defender. He's 7 foot. Really good defensive badges on silver and bronze. I mean, good card. Like, don't get me wrong. Giannis is a very, very good card, but just not quite elite enough of a shooter. I would say B tier. I think Isaiah Ryder could be very good. I think there's potential for this card to be great. Potentially, if he can't shoot, then he's not very good. 76 3 is 83 speed and excel and an 85 driving dunk. Pretty darn good there. Defensively, he's not great. He is athletic. He's only 6'5" at shooting guard. Never mind, he's not as big as I thought. I'm going to go C tier for... No, Alonzo is definitely A. I think we go C tier for Isaiah Ryder. I don't think he's amazing. I think him and Bradley Beal are pretty close, actually. Brad Beal's probably a little bit worse defensively, though, actually. Hold on. Let's compare him and Bradley Beal real quickly. No, Brad Beal's way worse. What am I talking about? Bradley Beal is C tier for sure, and Isaiah Ryder is B tier. I'm bugging. I put Bradley Beal too high to start this video. I think C tier is fair for him. Jordan Clarkson, I think, is probably going to have to go D tier. He's one of the only amethysts on this list. As good as he may be as like a true budget amethyst, 79 speed and excel. While he is big, no, he's actually not big because he can't play point guard. So he's not super fast. He's an okay but not great shooter, okay slasher, not much defensively. Yeah. Just probably not a card I'd use. I don't think he's really a plus in any specific area. Randall is probably a little bit undersized considering he's a power forward center. He's only like 6'8", yeah. 6'8", 7 foot wingspan. Good speed for a power forward, but not great. 75 shot 3 is okay. Defense is not horrific, but he's just not great. He's a good dunker, solid interior card. Release is probably not amazing either, though. Julius Randle's probably going to be a C-tier guy, to be honest. I don't think this is the card I'd be high on. KG probably just can't shoot threes and isn't fast enough. Yeah, 58 speed, 37 shot 3. Not fast enough to make up for the fact he can't shoot. That's not a good card. Stick him D tier for sure. Kyrie is definitely S tier for sure. He's the best card in the game right now that's available in my personal opinion because Brandon Roy isn't available yet. Nobody has him. He's available, but nobody has him yet. So right now, I'd say Kyrie's the best card in the game. Elite shooter. I know he can't dunk, but he doesn't really need to be able to dunk. We're at the point right now in this game where it's not as important as it's been in previous years because we don't have truly incredible slashing, rim running point guards yet. And Kyrie shoots at an incredibly high level, has a really good release, moves really, really well, and is super fun to use with the best badges in the game. Best stats and badges by far on a PG. He is an elite card, S tier for sure. Really good level 40. 2K did themselves a good one with Kyrie. Magic, I think, is actually fire at center, too. I think this card is super cool. 6'9" with 7 foot wingspan, 83 speed and excel, 68 shot 3, 75 driving dunk. Not a great defender, but it's okay. The playmaking at center is cool, though. It's nice to have a fast guy at center position, especially a big fast guy. 6'9", 83 speed is really big and fast at this point in the game. So it's really nice to have a center that's that big and also can shoot. He's kind of like Paulo Banchero in a lot of ways. I feel like a little faster and better playmaker than Banchero, obviously, and then not quite as good defensively or not quite as good as a shooter probably, but pretty close as a shooter. He can hit wide open threes. I used this card on an account, and I actually thought he was really solid when I was doing my Wemby gameplay, and after Wemby got hurt in that game, I think this Magic Johnson card is really good, though. I really do. I'm high on him. He's A tier for me, honestly. Tim Hardaway is probably okay, but not great. Let's see. 6 foot, 6'3" wingspan, very small. Good speed, good shooter, can't dunk at all. Okay defender, still going to get killed on the inside because he's very small. Going to go with C tier for him. I think David Wesley's a little better, so yeah. Gugliotta probably also goes A tier, although I have not actually looked at Gugliotta yet because he's not really attainable for me yet, considering I have like 3 tokens right now. So 6'10" with a 6'11" wingspan, 70 speed and excel, 74 shot 3, great dunker, okay defender, 83 interior is pretty good though. Pogo stick and workhorse are his only badges defensively. He's going to be an elite slasher, of course. Release isn't good though, movement isn't going to be good. I'm sure Embiid dribble style is terrible, just like it was last year. Well, I hope Brandon Roy doesn't have Embiid dribble style, but I don't think he does. But I guess we'll see. If he has Embiid dribble style, that would be a shame. Regardless, can't say I'm very high on a card like Gugliotta. I mean, B tier because he's got really good stats, but animation-wise does not look very good. Oladipo's probably A tier, pretty good. Not insane, like next level long-term card, but probably a very, very solid card. This is the salary cap reward for completing all 3 weeks. 6'3", 6'9" wingspan at shooting guard. It's kind of small. Fast, good defender on the perimeter, great shooter, and great athlete, though. Very good statistical card. Got a good defensive badges. Pretty good all-around badge distribution in general, actually. A lot of badges on this card. This is a good card. He's just small, but he is good. He's good enough to go A tier still. I'm going to put Vlade Divac probably in D or maybe in C at best. Can he shoot? Yeah, 25 speed is really not terrible though, and 7'1" is bad, but like KP at least is like 7'3" and a little bigger, so it's a little less noticeable. The 25 speed, that's really slow. I still don't think he's D tier because he can't hit a white. No, 21 speed, 63 ball. No, I'm not doing it. He's not a good enough defender either. Everything's in the low 70s. That's not good enough. We're going D tier for him. Not going to make an excuse for Vlade. And then Wally Zerbiak probably goes like C or B. I have not looked at Wally either, but I assume he's probably a pretty LK card. 6'7" shooting guard. Yep, 76 speed, not great, but he's a really good shooter. Not going to dunk much. Not going to be a slasher anyway, and not a great defender, but I think he's probably pretty good. I would say Wally probably goes B tier because he's going to be an absolute elite shooter with an amazing release. And shooting is super important at this point in the year. So I would say that is our list right there. Let me know what y'all think. It's a little top heavy and bottom heavy. It's like, or middle heavy, I should say. It's not top heavy or bottom heavy. So let me know what y'all think of that. If there's anything you would change, but it really looks like, I mean, grind Brandon Roy, grind Kyrie. They're the two best cards in the game right now. Grind for these cards. They're going to be absolutely exceptional. Outside of that, though, the other reward cards, there are some good ones right now. Like the A tier guys, I would recommend, especially guys like Bowen and Alonzo, who you can get right now. Those are guys who can play in a lot of people's teams today. So that's good for this video. Hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.